All right, good morning. Today we're going to be talking about Chapter 10. Chapter 10 in the Voting and Elections book. This is going to be a pretty short one. It's about class and religious cleavages. So class is a lot more pronounced in Europe than it is in America. Class doesn't hold a whole lot of meaning, especially when you're trying to see whether it correlates with voting patterns in the United States, at least. It is a lot stronger in Europe, especially in sort of the British context. But class is generally not a big thing in America, right? A lot of the research finds that the more polarized the political parties and their political platforms, so the more extremist the parties are, sort of the more that this will help to strengthen class conflict. And this is especially true in sort of majoritarian countries where you generally have a left wing and a right wing. The more extreme they are, the more likely you are to have class conflict in your society. The working class, quote unquote, has been sort of on the decline in rich democracies. Instead, what you've seen is the rise of sort of the service sector. That's pretty much all I have for class. It's not all that important, honestly. Most of political science has sort of moved beyond class as a distinction. We do find that secularization, when we move to religion, secularization is increasing in most Western democracies. This includes the United States and Europe. Eastern Europe is a bit of a different beast because they've just come out of sort of the communist yoke, right? So religion has actually been taking on a little bit more prominence in sort of the Eastern European bloc. But for the most part, secularization has been occurring. This is theorized, at least, to be sort of a mixture between growing urbanization in rich democracies, right? A lot of people move out of the rural regions and move into urban centers, which allows them to get jobs and make social contacts, etc. But it is theorized that this urbanization is reducing sort of secularization, reducing religiosity. They also theorize that sort of rising education, right? As more and more people are educated and especially sort of get all the way through high school and even all the way through college, that this sort of increasing education is reducing religiosity in these sort of rich democracies. I would make the point that religious cleavages do still correlate with voting patterns in some countries. These include the Netherlands, the United States especially, Western Europe, and France are the ones cited by the book. And so while religiosity is decreasing, it still can be an important factor in voting, especially in the United States, right, where we see sort of the vast majority of the, at least, Protestant wing of Christianity in America moving towards the Republican Party, and the vast majority of of Catholics moving towards the Democratic Party. So we do see sort of this religiosity split in the United States. All right, that's all I got for you for Chapter 10. I'll see you in Chapter 11. Have a great day.